It's a rainy day in the fall, and I can't wait to spend some cozy time inside with my friends. As I was scrolling through the channels the other day, I came across the Food Network, and they had something called a nacho table featured. When I saw this, I thought, okay, this needs to happen immediately. So I gather a bunch of my really good friends together, and we decide to do this. We all take on different parts of creating this nacho table. I'm in charge of the chips and some of the toppings. So in my hands, outside one of my friends' doors, I'm holding 2 big plastic bags full of all the stuff that we need to make these amazing nachos together. As I stand outside this blue door, after knocking a few times, I feel such a sense of joy and excitement that we're gonna do this together, that we're really making it happen. My friend answers the door with a big smile, and I step inside. Their house is so warming and inviting. I can smell the scent of spices. And I realize that there's this orange candle on a little table. The fire is flickering on the wick, and I just watch it dance for a second as I take in a big deep breath and the wonderful scent. As if their house couldn't be any more warming or inviting. We walk into the kitchen, and my friend offers me a drink. I decide on just some seltzer water. And I'm so thankful for our friendship. As I walk into the kitchen, I see this long rectangular wooden table that looks like it was carved right out of a big tree. It's really cool looking. I really love the way that their house is designed. For some reason, it just makes me feel confident, as if I'm part of the design too. On top of the wooden table, my friend had laid out a bunch of brown parchment paper so that we can make our exciting nachos on it. I rustle through one of the plastic bags and I start pulling out all the chip bags because I know that I'm going to need to put those down first. One of my other friends peeks in through the kitchen and waves their hands and says hi, and we smile and wave together. They say that they're cooking the meat and the beans and all the essentials on the stove. I can smell them cooking. The scent of taco seasoning just fills my lungs. It's a really comforting feeling because I know that this is going to be the best, most fun comfort food. I pick up one of the bags of chips and I slowly pull apart the top with both of my hands, grasped on the plastic. I hear it pop a little bit as it opens up. And then I take this huge bag. I need to lift up my elbow to dump all the chips evenly all over the parchment paper on the table. I'm shaking the bag gently to let them all flow out so that it's evenly covered. I do the same thing with 3 more bags of chips. That's how epic this nacho table is going to be. I needed that many bags. 2 of our friends come in and they see the table with the chips and all of us just start laughing. We're filled with so much joy and this mutual humor over how funny it's going to be to eat off of this table. I walk into another part of the kitchen near the stove where my friend is cooking. I can smell the scent of spices. There's a pot of meat that's sizzling. There are beans that are slow cooking. I decide to take the wooden spoon in the beans and help my friend stir, and they thank me. There's another little pot with bubbling cheese. It's a sauce, and I ask my friend what kind of cheese they made it out of. They say that they took a blend and used milk and a little bit of salt and some more flavoring to make it into queso. My friend asks me to add some of the salsa to it. So I take a little bit after I open the jar and dump it right into the top of the cheese as I stir. The red and green colors start to blend into the yellow. And a new scent rises up out of the cheese. It smells almost like the mixture of pico de gallo and cheese sauce at the same time. It's a really bold, sharp, tangy, and sweet scent all at once. I notice that my eyes are wide because I'm just so thrilled at all of the different sauces and textures and combinations of flavors that we're going to be building on this nacho table. We decide that we're pretty much done making everything. So together, we start building the epic table of nachos. First, we take the beans. I start at one end, and I take this big spoon and start slowly drizzling them all over the chips. I can see the steam rising up and the excitement building in my whole body. One of my friends follows along and starts to drizzle some of the meat over the beans. It's like we formed a line and everybody is participating in putting the next thing onto the nachos. The cheese sauce is next, and one of my other friends looks like they're expertly drizzling it all over each chip. I know that every single one is going to be unique and this bomb of amazing flavors. We decide that we want to do kind of a build your own type of thing. So at the end of the table, where there's a little bit of room, we decide to put out little glass bowls. I take some more of the salsa and pour it into one of the bowls. Somebody else spoons in some fluffy sour cream. There's black olives, a blend of Mexican-style cheese. That's these white and yellow shreds all mixed together. I cannot wait to try all of this. For a moment, before we eat the chips, we all kind of stand back with our hands on our hips and admire our masterpiece. I cannot wait to dig into this. One of my friends passes around these white paper plates. We make sure that they're all doubled so that they can handle the weight of these amazing chips. I take a corner and pick up about 5 of the nacho chips at the same time and put them down onto my white plate. I'm holding it with both of my hands, and I walk over to the topping station. I put on some sour cream, some fresh, cold, refreshing guacamole, extra cheese, because why not? You can never have enough cheese. A little bit of the olives. And I make sure that every single chip has something different on it. After everybody has their nachos on their plates, we all stand around the table. We pick up one of the chips and all look at each other with big smiles. My friend counts 1, 2, 3, and we all take a big bite at the same time. I hear crunching all around the room. We're silent besides all the crunching sounds. So delicious. It's everything I've ever wanted. A blend of spices, cumin, pepper, onion, garlic, coolness, warmness, crunchy and smooth, all at the same time. There has never been a more perfect bite of anything. I feel very accomplished right now. Thank you very much. This might be one of my greatest accomplishments. I say that out loud to my friends and all of them are nodding and putting napkins on their mouths to dab the cheese and everything. What a fun day. I'm so glad that we decided to do something like this. I'm thinking that it's going to be a tradition from now on. Maybe once or twice a year, maybe more. I feel really lucky. And I feel so happy and strong and playful and fun. And that I could joke around and eat amazing food like this.